We go through life looking for the way back home to self, soul, and diosa divinity. Whether we know it or not, we are looking and searching to reconnect to that place. It is an instinct that is within us from the time of our birth into this physical world. I think of it as the link between the spirit world and the physical world. This inner knowing that there is an internal soul home of sorts, that is the true place where we belong and come alive. We often search in places that are ragged with thorned roses and swamps of lost souls. This isn't wrong or bad, for nothing on the soul path is about shaming what is wrong or right. It is instead about exploring what is true and honest for you as an individual soul on this earth. We must travel often far away to find ourselves, both on a practical note and on a spiritual note. I don't know if we can escape the initiation of leaving in order to come back home to ourselves. The return to soul can be seen as a process of 3 archetypal phases. This isn't to say there aren't many other phases, but instead to highlight archetypal journeys that are similar overall, though they differ greatly from soul to soul. Phase 1, the departure from soul. Phase 2, the initiation. Phase 3, the return to soul. The phases of this process differ in content, but the form often remains the same. In many ways, they are like the bones in one's body. The skeleton represents that which is the same in us all, but we all differ in how we look, our size, our skin color, our hair. These archetypal phases are ancient and consistent throughout time. They tell a story. They allow us to access a kind of soul map so that we may return back home to our true self and our soul self. In this audiobook, we will be accessing this 3-phase healing and initiation back home to soul. It reminds me of the process that Joseph Campbell speaks to in his 1949 book, The Hero with 1,000 Faces. Campbell refers to the hero's journey and the many phases and tests that one must go on in order to return to and be changed, alchemizing from the old into the new. This is how the energy of La Diosa, Shakti, the feminine primal energy, works with us. She is the skeleton, the archetypal story that can be found throughout the ages. The way she chooses to work with us may differ, but there are certain core principles that we can look to and understand that remain the same. La Diosa is ancient. The wild feminine call back home to soul has always been and will always be. She is the creatrix, the magic weaver. The departure through the return. The departure is when we leave the reality that we know into some new, unfamiliar, uncharted territory. There is a sort of soul call. The soul call to awaken and change and shift may come in the form of that ancient inner voice within, a traumatic relationship, past traumas, getting sick, accidents, losing someone you love, a moment in nature when you feel moved beyond this realm, through sex. The energy of La Diosa will present herself and make herself known. The energy that I most work with is Kundalini Shakti. Shakti meaning the primal feminine energy of the universe. Just like the universe herself, magical and mysterious, so is the energy of Shakti. She is the great teacher and the wild mystery. I am always in awe of her medicine and magic. And when she calls us into the unknown, into the dark womb where all is possible, the cosmic womb. And it is here where we can unlearn and learn who we truly are, who our soul self is. It is key to have faith and be patient here, for you are leaving all you know. This initiation requires surrender. Campbell called this phase of the journey the road of trials because it is a challenging journey of transmutation and alchemy. This is the rigorous part of the soul work. This is the part of the path where we must come face to face with our own shadow, with the unknown, with the element of the mystery, with the wounded, unloved, unwelcome, and broken parts of ourselves. We also come to face the ones who stand at the gates, the ones that challenge us. We are met with spiritual tasks and missions that are laid before us. We must meet the ones that trick us on the journey to help us accomplish the spiritual mission.